to need some icing sugar, caster sugar, plain flour. I've got some cocoa powder, and we're going to need dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa, unsalted butter, eggs. I've got some ramekins here, vanilla extract, and some berries for decoration. In a bowl, add your eggs, caster sugar, vanilla extract, add your melted chocolate, now we're going to add our flour and just gently fold it in. Take each ramekin and we're just going to use the butter inside so it's nice and buttery. Once you've done that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of cocoa powder inside, and we're just going to roll it around just to coat all the sides, and this will prevent our cakes from sticking to the actual pan. Pour the same amount of mixture into each ramekin. You want our fondants to be cooked outside but still quite jiggly in the middle, you can see. So just touch them with your finger, and if it's nice and set, they're ready to go. Run a knife around the edges, should be nice and loose. In a bowl, add your cream cheese with mascarpone cheese and icing sugar, then add vanilla extract and mix everything together until it's nice and smooth. In a different bowl, add your heavy or double cream and whisk it until it's nice and soft. Then add your cream cheese mixture and whisk everything again for a few minutes. Next, we're going to melt our white chocolate in a microwave in 30-second breaks. And when it's cooled down, we're going to add this into our cream cheese mixture. Then mix everything together and it will be nice and light. Separate the mixture into 2 different bowls equally. Add cocoa powder into your bowl and then red food coloring and mix everything together. You can keep adding more red food coloring depending on how strong it is and what color you want. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and make sure everything is mixed together. Once you reach your desired color, then add 1 tablespoon of the mixture into your molds. Press it down so it's nice and tight. Then add 1 teaspoon of strawberry jam inside and top it up with your white chocolate cheesecake. Then add another tablespoon of red velvet cheesecake on top and just squash it down a little bit, and using your spatula press it down and make sure it is all stuck together. I am using some crushed chocolate Oreo cookies, but you can use any other cookies that you like. Press them down and put this into the freezer overnight, or at least 6 to 8 hours. The first thing you want to do is get your gelatin ready. So I'm using 1 sachet or 12 grams. Then add cold water and leave it to set. Take a jug where you will be making your glaze and add your white chocolate in there. Then add condensed milk. In a small saucepan, add your sugar, water, glucose syrup, and cook until it just starts to boil. Our gelatin has set, so we're just going to add this into our hot glucose mixture and mix that in. Once your gelatin has dissolved, we're going to add it into our chocolate and condensed milk mixture and leave it for a few minutes. To get the desired color, just add your food coloring of your choice and mix everything together. And then strain the mirror glaze through a sieve a couple of times so there are no bubbles. Pour the mirror glaze on top while the cakes are completely frozen. This is really important that the cakes are frozen and cold, otherwise the mirror glaze is not going to work. Decorate your dessert the way you like. I'm adding some crushed cookies around. Second one I'm decorating just with a plain strawberry and some chocolate chip and a few sugar crystals around. Once you cut inside each cake, it looks so fantastic. You've got your We're going to need dark and white chocolate, some water balloons, some different berries. I've got blueberries, raspberries and strawberries, and I've got almond flakes and hazelnuts to decorate at the end. Melt your chocolate in a microwave with 30-second breaks or do it over the double boiler. Spray a little bit of cookie spray onto each balloon and then just wipe it around because we don't want it too greasy, but we want to make sure the chocolate comes off easily. Make sure your chocolate is not hot when you dip in your balloon or they will explode. Dip each balloon and coat it around. And then place it onto your parchment paper. Place your balloons into the fridge until they're nice and set. I have melted my white chocolate and placed it into a Ziploc bag. Take a baking tray, place some parchment paper on top, and we're going to draw different shapes. These are going to be decorations for our fruit balls. You can use any shapes you like, just make sure the chocolate is quite thick. Okay, our balloons are nice and set, so we're just gonna take scissors and do a little hole on the top because we want the air to come out, and it comes off nice and easily, so just pinch it aside. And then add some of those chocolate decorations inside. In a bowl, add your cream cheese with mascarpone cheese and icing sugar, and then add vanilla extract and mix everything together until nice and smooth. In a different bowl, we're going to add our heavy or double cream and whip it up just lightly. And then mix everything together with our cream cheese for a few seconds. Then add about 1 shot of amaretto and mix everything again. Divide your mixture between 2 bowls. We're going to set one aside, and then we're going to add dark melted chocolate into the second bowl with some cocoa powder and mix everything together until it's nice and smooth. Add about a tablespoon of your chocolate cheesecake into each mold. Then add amaretti biscuits in the middle. Then we're going to add our amaretto cheesecake. Spread it around and then add more chocolate cheesecake on top. And then using a spatula, make sure they're nice and even and pressed inside. Then add any cookies that you like. I'm choosing the chocolate type. We're going to place this into the freezer overnight. Once they're completely frozen, we're going to place them onto your rack. And you can watch how to make my chocolate mirror glaze on my channel. I will include all the links down below in the video as well. We're going to cover each BOMBE in chocolate glaze and leave it to drip down and set. Add white chocolate into a bowl, then add unsalted butter and place it into the microwave for 60 seconds with 30-second breaks. Then mix everything together until you get nice and smooth consistency. Then add icing sugar and mix everything together. It will look like a sugar paste. Just set it aside. In a different bowl, add your eggs, whisk it up. Then add red food coloring, use as much as you like. Mix everything together. Add your red egg mixture into your chocolate mixture and mix everything together until it's combined. Then add your sifted cocoa powder and then add your plain flour and mix everything together until it's just combined. Do not overmix the mixture. It should be nice and smooth and runny, just like that. Coat each ramekin with butter or cooking spray and then add some flour. This is to ensure that the cake doesn't stick to the ramekins. Then add your red lava mixture into each ramekin and make sure it's 3/4 full. Place the ramekins onto your baking tray and bake them for about 14 to 15 minutes at 230 Celsius or 450 Fahrenheit. And the cakes will be done when you will see that they are set around the edges but the centers are still soft. Let the cakes rest for about 2 minutes and then invert them onto a dessert plate. Serve the cakes immediately dusted with some confectionery sugar and some berries on the side. And enjoy!